hard because Boina was the host, but now you did it. Okay, we just finished the second one.
Okay, so
if you want to answer too, what do you usually do when you make a mistake?
Oh, yeah, this is really difficult because sometimes I punish myself too. Like I'm always saying bad things to myself, but when it's like a friend, I just say good things. So I'm trying to pretend that I am like a friend of mine, you know, and I try to say good things. So I think we can go to the next. What's the first thing you do when a friend canceled plans on last minute? Vanya, do you want to start? Vanya, could you hear us?
Yes, I'm here. Can you repeat, please?
What's the first thing that you do when a friend canceled the plans like on the last minute?
I ask him why the reason.
And how do you feel about this?
Sorry?
How do you feel, the feeling? Or do you think that it's okay? Okay.
Yes.
So
with me depend the reason. Yes, depending.
okay. And you, Marcio?
Yeah, for me, there's no problem about it because we know that things happen all the time, and if it is an emergency, okay, it's something that my friend could manage before. That's okay. I don't see any problem about it. But when you discover or find out that your friend make it on purpose or because he didn't pay attention to what have been planned, so I think it's I would be a little bit upset, but I will have to as we say in Portuguese, I have to do we have to have two ways of doing that. Being be angry and not be angry just after that, because there's nothing to do. In addition to that, I would say that there are many people, I know people that get really upset when plans are canceled on last minute, even if it is canceled for a good reason, okay? So that's not my case. And what about you, Bruna?
That's a really difficult one, but I usually try to understand the reason, you know, like if it's something reasonable, I think it's okay. But I must confess it doesn't happen pretty often, you know. Thank God. I feel upset, you know, and I try to understand, but of course we don't. Sometimes we are just getting ready, and then we are yeah, kind of ready, and then like the person texts us saying they won't go. I don't feel happy, and I think we should be responsible to each other, you know. If it's something you knew you wouldn't be able to go, don't even schedule it, you know. And I think that's it. I try not to be upset, you know. I am a really calm person, so I wouldn't feel that bad, or I wouldn't feel that angry at the person, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think I feel like Marcio. I get really upset when someone like texts me that can't go to somewhere with me, and then I see on Instagram that they are going out with other person. So is it better to say that you don't want to go out with me? So, and you know this.
It's depend because for example, presently, normally I'm waiting for this, and because sometimes someone invite me to go in some place, and when it's time, I'm not excited anymore, and so sometimes it's good, but on the other hand, uh, normally if it's an important thing, I feel upset too. Normally, I'm very responsible person, so I feel a little upset. But I try to understand the reasons, and if this happen once or twice, it's okay. But if it's happened often, normally I think one, two, three times before to accept some invitation from this person, or to invitation this guy or this girl for something.
Yeah, sometimes I feel in this way, like I hope that the person canceled the plans just because I don't want to go. So yeah, I think it's normal. And so how would you normally react if someone was angry with you? Know this.
I don't know. The same. I try to understand, to be comprehensive with the other person, to understand what I did and why this person is angry at me, and try to solve, to explain my matters for do that. So I try to understand, to be comprehensive, but yeah, apologize, and that's all that I can do.
Yeah, I try to understand, but sometimes I don't say that I'm sorry because it was not my fault. Like this person is just angry with me because of nothing. So how about you, Vanya?
I talk to the person to understand the the reason what I did, and if necessary, I would apologize.
Yeah, very good. And what about you, Bruna?
Yeah, I think the best solution to start would be understand the reason. It would be true to understand the reason the person is upset, or angry, and try to, sometimes we think that the things we do, they won't hurt other people, right? Like we do it, just without any bad intention, and sometimes this can happen. So I think it is important to know how we hurt them, and try to say sorry and to rethink our actions. So maybe I would say, oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't know this would hurt you somehow, or would trigger you in some way, and then try to rethink our behavior. This would be the best thing for me.
Yeah, I think like just to say sorry is something really important. And I know some people that don't do this, you know, just do bad things for others and pretend that everything is normal. So this is really difficult. And you, Marcio?
Yeah, regarding what you just said, I think this such a thing that I don't like, because when people are not used to apologize for what they have done, so I think it's hard, because for me there's no reason to do that. Okay, if you made a mistake, we are humans, we are subject to that. Then if you commit a mistake, you just, as I said, acknowledge that, let people know about it and how you feel, and you have to tell the people that you are really sorry. Okay, and tell them what happened, because I'm not used to cancel plans on last minute for no reason. Okay, if I do that, it's because I need to. Okay, and I feel really unsatisfied, I could say, that when people do that for no reason. Okay, I don't like that. But as I said before, also I have to make myself angry, and just after that, be normal, be quiet again. Okay. Who's next?
I think everyone answered, but now I have other question that is not in the script for you. How would you like that people react when you are angry with them? Like when you are angry with someone, how would you like that they react? You could start, Marcio.
Yeah, when people are angry at me, I would like that they first of all they ask me what happened, and why what is the reason that people are mad at me. Because if you don't know, maybe you don't know why, and you are not able to say something about it, to explain what happened. So I think one of the major errors that we can commit in life is to prejudgment of someone. Okay, because something serious or something really, something that this person is passing through during this life, during their life, is behind what happened. So you have to wait, to go easy, and try to find out what happened first. And that's how I would like that other people act to me, because that's how I act when the things are the opposite. So I think that I answered this question. What about you, Nondas?
The same. Normally, try to be comprehensive to understand the reasons and try to solve the problem. For me, the most important thing is try to solve the problem. If this person is an important person for me, if I really like this person, it's important to solve the problem and to avoid the problem and to keep angry with each other. So it's important to talk. To talk is the key for everything in our life, and to talk, to have a good dialogue, and to solve the problem.
Yeah, I would like that this person just let me alone for a moment, you know, because I need to feel this emotion. And sometimes when I'm angry, I say things that could hurt people. So I prefer to stay alone for a moment to feel this emotion, and later we will talk, you know. So what about you, Vanya?
Um, um, the first, talk to me to understand why. Yeah, so.
Yeah, maybe to try to understand the reason is the first thing to do. And what about you, Bruna?
I'm sorry, I was away, but now I'm back.
Like,
Where?
how would
What
you
question?
like that people react when you are angry with them?
Well, I think for me it's really difficult because I usually don't say, I don't tell people when I'm angry at them, you know, so I expect them to guess. And I know this is not the best solution. I should tell I should tell them, not just to ignore or to stop talking. But maybe I would, yeah, maybe I would expect them try to talk to me like, why did you stop answering, or why, what happened, you know? I know that's not mature, you know, and I know I need to learn, and I need to be more mature in this, regardless this topic. But maybe just ask, you know, like, is there anything wrong? Did I do anything wrong? um, that's it.
Good. So let's go to the next. What's the first thing you would do if you won the lottery? So I would like to travel, like to do an exchange, maybe like for in 1 year, you know, and then I come back. So what about you, Bruna?
um, that's a hard one. I think I would buy a house. This would be my first step, you know, buy my own place, or buy two houses, one for me and another one for my parents. Like, thinking of stability and of security, I think this would be the first things. And a lottery would be a lot of money, right? Winning the lottery. So then, after buying the places, I would travel. That's it.
Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Vanya?
To me, I would buy a house too, and I would invest the rest. So.
Oh, very good. I would like just to spend my money. I don't think I would invest. I don't know. What about you, Marcio?
Yeah, so travel is really a good first move to do. Because traveling is really nice. And you said that after a year you would come back, and I would say maybe I would come back. I don't know, maybe one more year. It depends on the money that I had won on the lottery, because sometimes you don't won such a big money in the lottery. Okay, but if it's big money, so yeah, traveling. But of course, and I'm sure you think of it too. You have to save money, because even a big money can go away easily if you don't pay attention to it. You have to save money, to take a good part of it, and do some good investments. and then the rest you can, of course, use for having fun, for help people, for help your family, as Bruno said. It's really nice, and many things that we would say here about spend money, but you have to pay attention not to waste too much or waste it all. What about you, Nanda?
Depend how much money. My mom won last week R$ 5. So sometimes it's hard. But if I won a lot of money, maybe 1 million. So the first thing, I would buy a house too and invest almost the rest of the money and travel to and choose one good country or even a good city here in Brazil, and to have a good rest and travel and know a lot of people, to meet a lot of people and to know a lot of place. So but the the first thing, I would buy a house and invest almost all the money to build my patrimony. That's my option.
Okay, so everyone wants to travel, right? And so let's go to the number 6. What's the first thing you would do if you had to choose between two equally good things? Like the first thing that I will do is like to choose what will makes me happy, more happy, happier. So, okay, what makes me happy, I will choose. But sometimes I don't know if it would be like a good choice. So, what about you, Vanya?
The first measure of the priority and need to between them. Yes. And choose, escolheria, and choose the best option.
Oh, very good. I didn't think about this. What about you, Nondas?
Oh, I would think about my life, my goals, my priorities, and it's always hard to choose options in our life. But normally I try to think about my future, and special which of these options will makes me better in the future. So I choose this one. That's my way always.
Very good. And you, Bruno?
That's really difficult. I am a really indecisive person. Um, but maybe I would consider my priorities at the moment, and then maybe I would choose this way. But this is really hard. That's it.
And you, Marshall?
Yeah, I would take the Nonda's advice, okay, about think about future. I think that it's always a good path. It's always a good way of thinking to decide things that you have to choose. And yeah, I'll pick it. Nonda, you the guy.
So everyone will like think about the future, and just me will let my intuition do the things. Right? Okay. So, okay, this one is really hard because I don't know how to deal with this. So, how do you usually handle a major disagreement in the workplace or in school? Like, I was the person who I always wanted to be the leader, to deal with the things, and in school and at college is not like that. Just sometimes I needed to see others' perspective and just agree, because I was just only one, and but this is really hard for me. What about you, Nandas?
For me, it's a little different because my workplace is my room and I'm not in the school anymore. But thinking about my life, for example, if I have a big disagreement, I just go away. That's my my choice, because normally if I'm angry and another person is angry too, I will not solve the problem. I will not solve the problem because there's no an agreement. So normally I try to go away, and I try don't don't be close this situation, and then maybe uh, I don't know in English, but depois que a poeira baixar, I try to sit and solve the problem and try to have a dialogue and to talk, to understand what is the priority for me and for another people and for the people in the problem, and try to choose a good path to go. But at the moment of the problem, if there's a big mess, and I go away, and maybe I go back soon.
Very good. And I think everyone answered. No, I think Vanya.
Okay. Sometimes I walk away and talk later to understand it and resolve the situation. Yes. So.
Yeah, very good. And you, Bruno?
I think talking is the best way of dealing with everything, and I think this is the hardest, maybe the biggest problem we have nowadays. We don't talk enough, and I am saying it because I don't talk enough, and I know I should talk more. And I think this would be the best way, because when it comes to school or workplace, it is really common to have those gossips and miscommunication too. Like everyone starts talking at other people's back, and then the ones who really have the problem don't face it and don't talk to each other. So I would say this is the solution. This is how I try to deal with stuff. Um, as I said, when I have a problem like among friends, I usually don't say anything. But I believe at the workplace or at school, the best solution is to talk. In my personal relationships, I usually don't say anything. But at work, I know we need to do it. So yeah, that's how I face it.
Oh, very good. So, okay, what would you do if you had a big project due tomorrow? Like, I always try to put things in order, like earlier than the things will happen. So maybe I would do everything like now. And what about you, Vanya?
With me, read about to understand them better, and to Como é que eu digo preparar melhor? Para me preparar melhor. Para me preparar melhor.
Prepare yourself. Prepare
Prepare,
myself.
prepare myself better. Yes. So
Very good. And you, Marcio?
Yeah, if I understood well, I feel like I've got to deliver some big projects for tomorrow, literally. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I usually to do that. If when I the day before, I always run the I don't know if it is the expression running the midnight oil. Is that correct? Yeah. I usually run the midnight oil, okay, in order to be as much prepared as I can to the project. I got very excited always, and what I do is to run in the midnight oil, okay, and go over it, and again until I feel comfortable to get there and deliver what I have to do. And what about you, Bruna?
Yes, I would definitely do the same. Work overnight, burn the midnight oil. Actually, I did this last week. I had it wasn't a big project, but like something I that was important and I needed to do, and I procrastinated a little bit. Then I had to work overnight, to deliver the project, because I usually when I have something important, I usually feel really anxious, and I procrastinate because I overthink, I overplan, I overthink, and then I feel it needs to be perfect. It usually takes me a lot of time to start, because I'm planning and thinking the best way, how what would be the best solution for the problem, and how it could be perfect. It's not the best way just to think and not act, but that's how I usually deal with these big things,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's also me.
Yeah. I hate it, but it's who I am, right?
Very good. And you know this?
Same question. Number
Yeah, number 8.
yeah. So if I received this project for a long time, and in the last day I would want one moment, sorry.
It's okay. So, okay.
I written some, sorry.
Okay, so we can go to the next one. Which of your responsibilities would you eliminate? Like, could be at work or things like this. So maybe I would eliminate, like, to prepare the classes, because it takes me a long time. I just wanted to arrive and like teach, because it's really hard to prepare. What about you, Bruna?
Uh, Wait, I think I missed the questions. Number 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh, difficult one. I think I wouldn't like to prepare the classes. I I wish there was someone to prepare them for me. And I would just go to the class without like preparing the slides and everything. But of course, doing it the way I like, the way I usually do. um, it's not that I don't like preparing. I do, but sometimes it takes a lot of time, So uh, it would be better if I didn't have to do it. Yeah, but there are others, like I don't know, doing the dishes is something I don't like. I don't know, doing the cleaning on weekends. Yeah, these chores, house chores, right? They are not that nice.
Yeah, maybe I would do the same. Like, I don't like to clean my bedroom because in next day will be a mess. So I don't like to do this. Maybe it's one thing that I would eliminate. And you know this. Number 9, which of your responsibilities would you eliminate?
So let's go. About the last one, I would prepared for this. So normally I try to just relax and to what reacts from Casimiro and make it walk in the street and to feel chill for the projects tomorrow. And about the number 9, all things that I need to clean, for example, dishwashers and clean the house and things like that. If I can have one machine to solve this problem, I will have. So then I can use this time for important things, for priorities in my life. So I would buy a hobo and a machine to wash dishes and washing machine. So it's all things that I can split for hobos and machines. I will do.
Very good. Yeah, I think these small things that we do during the day, like, takes not much time, but takes a time that we could do other things. And what about you, Marcio?
Well, regarding domestic tasks, I would say that I would eliminate ironing. Okay, I really hate ironing, and I don't have the gift to iron clothes. Okay, so although I'm able to do that, but I really hate it. And yeah, I used to be an instructor in Brazilian Navy, and I know that it's really hard to prepare for uh, giving a class. Okay, I know what you are talking about, but it's really a process that it's really necessary, and that you learn a lot with that. But it really takes a plethora of time to get ready, and I know how you feel. But to be a teacher is really nice. I congratulate you. I congratulate you guys for you for do that. Yasmin, Bruna, who is really a teacher, and who is the birthday person today. Congrats.
Thank you so much. And I want to know now about Vanya.
About me, I love eat, but I don't like cooking. I eliminate the cooking. Yes, so
Yeah, I hate cooking too. I just love to eat.
When we talk about cooking, I just remember a funny thing that I always say to my wife that cooks every day. Okay, that she is the cooking and I'm the gourmet. Okay, so she's
every day
cooking
is not
every
easy.
day.
Oh my
Okay, and
God.
sometimes when the things want to be better, okay, and to be improved, so the gourmet goes in the kitchen and say something to to let the meal be more, how can I say, enjoyable, tasty. Just a joke.
Very good. Yeah. So now let's go to the last one. Based on your answers, what do you think is your mental age? Like, I did this text. I think Bruna did too. and my mental age is like 50 years old. So I think so because I live with my grandmother and I'm just like her. So maybe this is true. What about you, Nondas? What do you think is your mental age?
I have two, and sometimes I feel that I am 18, and sometimes I feel that I am 60 years old. Normally I'm feeling like Lula Molusco at almost every single day.
Yeah, very good. I feel you. Like sometimes I act like a child with 10 years old, and it's okay. So what about you, Vanya? Vanya, we can hear
Sorry,
you.
sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes 14, 40. Sometimes 15. What does mean 15 in English?
15?
15? I don't know. Depends the moment, the situation. Depends.
Very good. Yeah, I think it really depends. And you, Bruna?
Yeah, just like you guys said, I think it depends. Um, some I feel here at home sometimes I'm just like 15, but when I need to be responsible at work, I try to be, I don't know, to look like someone older or someone responsible. So I think it just depends on the moment and on the people who are around me, and on the subject too. It's always bad to always be moody, and always complain. I think it's just like depends on the moment. Like maybe find a balance is really important. But on the test, my result was 52. So yeah.
Very good. And you, Marcio?
Yeah, totally agree with you guys. It depends on the situation. I feel myself like a easygoing person, but sometimes I cannot avoid to complain because of some subjects or because of the routine of something that we have to pass through. But yeah, it depends. Totally depends.
Yeah, I think it all depends on the situation, right? Like sometimes we need to act like we like 10 years old. Sometimes we are 15, and that's it. Hello, guys. Carolina, how was the conversation?
Oh my God, it was so nice. Like I was with Alexandre, Antonio, and Ando in the chat room, and we were talking about Malhação and how young our minds are because our mental age is like not our current age. So
Yeah,
that's good.
very good. And I want to know, what do you usually do when you make a mistake?
Me? We were talking about apologizing, like when it comes to if this mistake hurts another person, it's important to apologize and recognize the mistake and like recognize that you won't do the mistake again. You won't make the mistake again. But I mean, I don't know, just say sorry, and if the person doesn't accept it, it's like life goes on and another day.
Very good. Thanks for sharing.
You're
And
welcome.
how was the conversation, Alexandre? Tell me.
I think one of the best conversations I had because we had a teacher in the class and they'll talk so good with us, and we have the younger boy Antonio. He's very cute. So I think it was the good questions you prepared for us, and you could answer almost all the question. So I appreciate a lot this meeting.
Very good. So I have one question for you. Which of your responsibilities would you eliminate?
I don't like to eliminate my responsibilities. Sometimes I can make some procrastinate about wash the dishes, but I don't like to, when I remember I forgot to do something. Oh my gosh, I forgot Bruno's classes on Thursday. Oh, it's not so good. Bruno, can you apologize me, please?
It's okay.
Very good. And what about you, Bruno? Which of your responsibilities would you eliminate?
Okay. I don't like to do physical works. I prefer to work with a computer, paper, teaching or planning something. I would, if I could eliminate any words. I prefer don't have to do the clean bathroom or cut the grass, for example. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, very good. Thanks for sharing. And Endo, based on your answers, what do you think is your mental age?
Yeah, I answered 15, my mental age.
Why?
No, depends on the situation. I consider that I'm very old in terms of mental age because I think because of, the conditions that I raised and, so all my history, my background. So, consequently, my mental age is dependent on the situation.
Very good. Thanks for sharing. And I'm sharing with you on the chat the link of the feedback. So please, guys, go there and tell me what do you think about this conversation. If you have suggestions, you could put there too. And I want to thank you all for this amazing meeting. And I hope you have a nice week. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much.